Ever wondered why some winters feel so extreme? The answer often lies thousands of miles away in the Pacific Ocean. La Niña, Spanish for the little girl, is anything but gentle. It's a powerful climate pattern that can flip global weather on its head. It all starts with the ocean's engine trade winds push warm water west, letting cold, deep water rise along South America. During La Niña, these winds intensify, bringing even more cold water to the surface, enough to cool an area the size of the US. This cold patch is the heart of La Niña, fundamentally changing how the ocean and atmosphere interact. Cooler, drier air above the Pacific shifts global wind and pressure patterns. These changes ripple outward, impacting weather across continents, including North America. When meteorologists mention La Niña, they're talking about this dramatic shift in the Pacific. It's the trigger for a season of wild weather. Who gets snow, who gets rain, and who gets left dry. The colder and longer lasting the water, the bigger the impact. La Niña is a reminder that the ocean drives our weather, sometimes with surprising force. Understanding this is the first step to decoding your local forecast. La Niña's cold pool in the Pacific acts like a boulder in a river, disrupting the flow of the atmosphere. The jet stream, the high-altitude wind that steers storms, gets pushed into a new, wavier path. For North America, this means the jet stream dips south, pulling Arctic air into the northern and central US. Meanwhile, it scoops up moisture from the Great Lakes and Atlantic, fueling major winter storms. Southern states often miss out, left drier and warmer than usual. But La Niña's reach is global. In the Amazon, less evaporation means less rain, pushing the rainforest toward drought. Altered winds steer what little moisture there is away from the Amazon basin, drying out the ecosystem. The result: snow days in the US, drought and fire risk in South America. La Niña redistributes moisture and cold, creating winners and losers around the world. It's a global balancing act, one that feels anything but balanced when you're in the middle of it. The same Pacific chill that brings snowstorms here can spark crisis elsewhere. Weather is never local, it's all connected. On the US East Coast, a La Niña winter means one thing: blockbuster snowstorms. The jet stream dips, letting the polar vortex's Arctic air invade the US, prime fuel for snow. La Niña also helps spawn nor'easters, powerful storms that pull Atlantic moisture up the coast. When this moisture collides with frigid air, the result is explosive blizzards that can dump several inches of snow per hour. These storms can paralyze cities, knock out power, and make travel impossible. Many historic snowmageddon events happen during La Niña winters. But not every storm hits everyone. Small shifts in the storm track can mean snow, sleet, or just cold wind. What La Niña does is load the dice, making big storms more likely and more intense. It puts the East Coast in the crosshairs, year after year. The combination of cold air and Atlantic moisture is a recipe for winter chaos. La Niña doesn't guarantee a blizzard, but it makes them far more likely. When you hear La Niña winter, get ready for the unexpected. While the East Coast braces for snow, La Niña brings a different threat to the Amazon drought. Colder Pacific waters mean less evaporation, so the air carries less moisture. The Amazon's rain engine weakens at its source. La Niña's altered winds create sinking air over the rainforest, drying it out even more. Fewer clouds, less rain, the forest thirsts for months. Rivers shrink, trees shed leaves, and wildlife struggles. The biggest danger? Fire. A dry rainforest becomes a tinderbox, and wildfires can rage out of control. In strong La Niña years, droughts have dropped river levels to record lows and filled the air with smoke. These aren't just temporary setbacks. Droughts can kill trees and threaten the forest's ability to store carbon. La Niña's chill in the Pacific can ignite a crisis in the Amazon. It's a stark reminder of how distant climate shifts can spark local disasters. Today, satellites give us a front-row seat to La Niña's drama. Orbiting high above, they track sea surface temperatures, revealing the cold tongue of water spreading across the Pacific. Radiometers measure ocean heat, while altimeters detect subtle changes in sea level, proof of strong trade winds piling up water. Satellites also map water vapor, showing where moisture is building or vanishing. We can watch the jet stream steer storms, see clouds vanish over the Amazon, and even spot wildfire smoke from space. This real-time global view lets us connect the dots, cold water in the Pacific, snowstorms in the US, drought in South America. Satellites have revolutionized our ability to predict and understand La Niña. Instead of guessing, we see the whole story unfold from 22,000 miles up. Every storm, every drought, every shift in the jet stream, it's all visible from space. The data helps us prepare, respond, and adapt. La Niña's reach is global, and now, so is our view. To grasp La Niña's power, look at recent history. The winter of 2010-2011 was a classic. New York City buried under 20 inches of snow, airports shut down, and travel paralyzed. Weeks later, the Groundhog Day blizzard hit Chicago, stranding hundreds and stretching from Texas to New England. These weren't just inconveniences, they were dangerous, costly, and unforgettable. At the same time, Texas faced a brutal drought. The southern jet stream starved the region of rain, fueling wildfires and crop failures. The Bastrop County Complex fire became the most destructive in Texas history. La Niña's dual personality, snow chaos in the northeast, drought and fire in the southwest. The same atmospheric setup caused both extremes. These events show how one climate pattern can create wildly different disasters. La Niña's story is written in snowdrifts and scorched earth. When a La Niña winter is coming, preparation is key. Start with emergency kits for home and car flashlights, batteries, non-perishable food, water, and warm blankets. For your car, shovel, ice scraper, sand or cat litter, extra hats and gloves, snacks, and always keep the gas tank at least half full. Power outages can turn minor storms into real emergencies. Be ready. Winterize your home service, your heating system, insulate pipes, and seal drafts to stay warm and avoid costly damage. Prevent frozen pipes and lower your heating bills with simple maintenance. Have a communication plan. Charge your phone, keep emergency numbers handy, and check on neighbors who might need help. Community matters. Look out for each other. Preparation isn't panic. It's smart, practical, and can save lives. The right steps now mean you're ready for whatever La Niña throws your way. Don't wait for the first snowflake. Get ready before the storm hits. A little planning goes a long way in a La Niña winter. Stay safe, stay warm, and help others do the same. Forecasting La Niña. Months ahead is a game changer. Scientists use ocean data and computer models to spot the signs early, giving us time to prepare. For emergency managers, it means stockpiling salt, prepping snowplows, and updating response plans. City planners can budget for snow removal and alert the public. Farmers in the south get a heads up to plan for drought, while water managers monitor reservoirs. In South America, governments can pre-position firefighting resources in high-risk areas. This foresight turns weather from a surprise into something we can manage. Forecasts aren't about predicting the exact snowflake. They're about seeing the big patterns and acting early. When you hear a La Niña forecast, it's not trivia. It's your cue to get ready. The power of prediction is the power to protect. La Niña is more than cold water. It's a global force that shapes our seasons and our lives. Understanding it turns chaos into something we can anticipate and prepare for. As another La Niña winter approaches, the signs are clear. The Pacific is cooling and the pattern is taking hold. For those in the storm track, heed the warnings. For drought-prone regions, conserve water and watch for fire risk. La Niña reminds us that our world is deeply connected. What happens in the Pacific can change everything at home. Living with La Niña means building resilience, stronger infrastructure, smarter water management, and better forecasting. We can't stop La Niña, but we can adapt and prepare. By understanding the science and taking action, we face winter with confidence. Protect your home, your community, and yourself. As the first flakes fall, remember, this story began thousands of miles away. La Niña's reach is vast, but so is our ability to respond. Knowledge is power. Use it to weather any storm. Together we can thrive no matter what the Pacific sends our way.